everyone, how are you guys doing today? Today we are testing out the $1.55 microfiber sponges that I got from Shop Miss A. I don't know if this is their animal, yes, this is their Papa charity line as well, which makes me feel good because the additional, I think 50 cents go towards an animal charity, and $1 microfiber sponge. Given that Juno, the original creator, itself retails for only $6, which is I think an amazing price for a great sponge, given that Beauty Blender retails for $20. I hope you're interested in finding out how this $1.55 sponge, which costs under 10% of the original Beauty Blender, performs. Today I have applied pretty much all of my products that I could apply using the sponge, including foundation, concealer, cream blush, cream contour, and even my powder. So I hope you guys are interested on my thoughts. So let's get into application. So they have come up with two shapes. This is like a standard teardrop shape, and then this is like a wedge shape. I can see that the wedge is not like super even. It's slightly higher on this side as compared to this, but it's like to minuscule level, like the angle is not exactly. I'm going to dip this one in. So this is the initial size. Excuse my nails. The water is cold. So that is the size after soaking it. That was the size before. That's the size after. Yup, it is significantly bigger. This is kind of the size of my Juno sponge after soaking. I'm sorry, it's a little bit dirty, though I have cleaned it. I think it has retained some of the color. It's a little bit on the tougher side compared to the Juno sponge, and it's more dense in terms of the actual texture. So that's, you know, more sparse. This is more dense. So let's see how it applies the products. I have already primed my face. Let me zoom you guys in. If you guys have seen my Juno sponge review, you guys know that I really like it. If you haven't checked that video, it's linked in the description box below. Let's get started. I'm going to use my Makeup Revolution concealers today, and that's what I'm going to start with. This is the shade C13. So my very first impression is that it is definitely not as soft as the Juno sponge. It's definitely not as soft. I don't know if the camera will pick up the squishiness, but no, you can't tell. The Shop Miss A sponge is more bouncy. The Juno sponge is more squishy. One good thing is that I don't see any color in the cup. If you guys remember, the very first time we tried the Juno sponge, it did leak a lot of color. In terms of blending, I think it did an okay job. I don't like that the product is a little bit soaked in here. The thing with Juno sponge, the microfiber sponge, is that you're supposed to be able to not just like dab it in, but also swipe with it. You're supposed to be able to use it for your powders as well dry. I have only used it damp, so I don't really know about that. So overall, all I can say is I'm not unhappy about the way it applied the concealers. Let me know if you guys would like to see like a side-by-side comparison of the Juno sponge versus this sponge. I'm using my Flower Beauty foundation today. So by the way guys, we just hit 2019 subscribers. I'm just waiting for a couple of days to see if that number stays, because usually these numbers fluctuate quite a bit. So I'm gonna just wait to make sure that we are really there and we're gonna stay there. You know, I don't want to pick a winner and then have the count kind of fall off again under 2K like it did the last time. Overall, in terms of the appearance of the foundation, I'm happy with it. It's not bad, but I do feel like there is quite a bit of product here, so I'm not 100% sure about if it is all on my face or if some got absorbed in there. Anyway, let's do the highlighting. This is Makeup Revolution concealer in C12. I love these concealers. They do crease a little bit more than my Tarte Shape Tape though, but I like them. So in terms of highlighting, I've seen like women highlight like sides of their noses. I honestly do not understand that. I really don't. I mean, I don't know what purpose that is serving. I don't want a very heavy makeup today, as I'm gonna go see my doctor. So I'm gonna just disperse this product a little bit on my double chin. I don't like to take the product all the way down on my neck. I just feel gross about it. Anyways, next I'm going to use my e.l.f. concealer and contour stick. Absolutely love this product. I'm hoping that soon there will be a day when I will not need to do that neck contour business. By that I mean, you know, I would lose some weight. If you guys, you know, are new to my channel, I am on a health journey as well since 2018. So, you know, I thought I would clarify it in case you're like, what is she talking about? And then let's do a cream blush. I'm gonna use a Sephora Blush Me blush. I don't know how much these retail for because ever since I found them, they have perpetually been on sale and I absolutely love them. They're creamy, but they're not overly creamy. They have almost like a powder finish afterwards. Did you guys see the microblading video? This morning I woke up and I was looking for my 11s and I feel that they are really diminished. It's not been a long time. How long has it been? Like a week and a few days, you know, since I did it. But I am absolutely loving my results. Okay, and then let's try and set my face. I'm gonna use my AOA Perfecting Powder in Banana. So I'm gonna pick this up on the wedge. This little part of the wedge is perfect for that. So I like having a wedge, I suppose. Now I'm just kind of using the flat side to powder the rest of my face. Okay, so there we are. I'm okay with this. All right, let me finish the rest of my makeup and we'll talk more. All right, guys, so my makeup is done. And what are my final thoughts on this one? I do feel that it is slightly on the more bouncier or tougher side compared to the Juno sponge. It is a more denser sponge. The fluffs on the outside are smaller on the AOA sponge as compared to the Juno sponge. But when it comes to application, I honestly felt like there was not a dramatic difference except for the part about how it feels on my skin. The Juno sponge feels really soft. The AOA sponge feels a little bit tougher, but the final results are pretty identical. I'm happy with the results from the both. This one retails for $1.55. The Juno sponge retails for $6. You can say this is 1/4 the price, but even $6 is not that expensive. They are the original inventors or creators of the microfiber sponge, if I'm not wrong. So I have to give them credit there. However, if you're going to place an order from Shop Miss A anyways, and if you want to try out a microfiber sponge, you're not 100% sure about it, I don't think this is a bad sponge. Now, in comparison with their own previous sponges, let me just grab them. Hold on a second. So these both are also from Shop Miss A. This particular one is their Animal Charity sponge. This is their usual sponge. This one retails for $1.55, just like the microfiber one. And this one retails for $1. So this is how big the Papa Charity sponge gets. It's extremely soft. I would say it is just as soft as the Juno sponge, whereas this sponge has a little bit more of a bounce to it compared to this one. I don't know if you can see that on camera. I was hoping that the microfiber one would be more of this texture, whereas now this is their normal sponge. These do feel more comparable. However, I think the microfiber sponge is a tad bit softer than their standard sponges. So if you have tried either of those, now you know how this one compares to those as well. In general, if you ask me, I am pretty happy with the way this one performed. I'm happy that it's just $1.55. They just restocked these. I don't know if they're allowing people to buy more after this restock, because during their first release, they were only allowing you to buy one of each type. That's why I have the two. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about the teardrop shape in general. I've had a hard time using, you know, these shapes very close to my eyes. This particular, you know, cut teardrop shape, I like it a little bit better. It lays flatter on your skin, so I like that one. So I absolutely love the two wedges. I feel that the smaller end of the wedge is very nice to do your baking or, you know, going really close to the eyelid. After about 2 months, my Juno sponge has kind of starting to fall apart. I don't know what the deal is. I feel like it feels a tad bit tacky in the middle, and when I was trying to kind of clean it up, I have ended up, you know, gouging it out. I'll have to wait and see how this one lasts. I will update you guys in one of the future videos. But at this point, I think I'm gonna give it almost 4 out of 5 stars if I were to give Juno sponge 5 stars. Okay, it falls slightly short in softness, but performance wise it does just as well. So I'm gonna give this one a thumbs up and 4 stars. Let me know what you guys thought about its performance. Have you guys tried this one? If you have, let me know what your thoughts are on this sponge. As always, I love to hear from you guys, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you like my content. And thank you for joining me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.